We are talking about
Urethane again.
Urethane again.
Way!
While USBC is still making their decision on what to do with the urethanes and how to control it, European Bowling Federation decided to go ahead and make a rule change of their own.
That optional rule change is directed straight to one single bowling ball because it's dominating all the
Which bowling ball? If you go to a tournament of Europe, I don't know, European Championships or whatever, you see where this thing leads, and it's all the same ball everywhere, and you kind of get where this, I don't want to say hate, but this negativity is coming from.
Guys, just a heads up before we start. This show is not about expert opinions. This show is purely about entertainment. We might choose controversial topics, provoke, make a joke or two about ourselves or other players. Sometimes we will say things just to start the conversation. What you hear isn't always about our personal opinion. We're just voicing what people might be thinking, but just scared to say out loud. And if you enjoy this kind of bowling content, please subscribe to our channel. That's the only thing that we ask, and it really helps us to improve our content to you. So thank you so much.
How your bold guesses for Storm Lucky Larsen Masters are going?
Well, so far, one guess is definitely doing okay, so it's perfect games. So far, no perfect games.
Under
yet.
10.
Yeah, and for the winner, we don't know because our picks did not play yet. And an additional bold guess of yours was that nobody will shoot 1450 and above. So far,
Nobody
scored 14 at all. So we'll see, but it's super early in the tournament, and yeah, if you guys want to check our bold guesses, we have a preview video of the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters on our channel. And if you want to watch the tournament itself, go to Storm Lucky Larsen Masters channel and watch the live stream. But we are not talking about the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters in this podcast. We are talking about
Urethane again.
Urethane again. So basically, while USBC is still making their decision on what to do with the urethanes and how to control it, European Bowling Federation decided to go ahead and make a rule change of their own. And this rule change is something that they did before, a year ago, where they introduced an optional 78D rule to European Bowling Tour tournaments. Now they decided to revert this option and again allow all balls in European Bowling Tour and European Bowling Youth Tour.
Yeah, EBF was hoping that rule change for optional include
the initial 1 year ago,
but it had side effects, let's say, because in 2024 we had like 16 stops, which is not that big of a number because we had like double of that number years ago. But now in 25 season we had like 6 stops on EBT, so it's drastic change, and well, you can understand why, because you know everybody was buzzing that optional rule change is directed straight to one single bowling ball because it's dominating all the
Which bowling ball?
Say it.
No, let's not say it. Guess in the comments. Which bowling ball was this rule targeted at?
Fine. First one to guess gets what?
Gets this T-shirt.
Hey.
Oh no! It's just a teaser of the T-shirt. I will show you the back of it later on.
Yeah, heading back to urethane, everybody was buzzing that it's against one bowling ball, and you know that bowling ball manufacturer felt like it's a spit in the face in Europe, so it decided to opt out all its supported bowling tournaments.
And those were like the biggest tournaments on European Bowling Tour.
Yeah, of course, because it's Bowlmaster, which is like
Europe's
finest tournaments.
Gem.
So International Hammer Challenge also dropped out. Several smaller tournaments that is somehow Brunswick related also chose not to be part of.
You said Brunswick, now they will know which ball.
It's not Brunswick bowling ball. Come on, but it's Brunswick related.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, EBF was hoping that it will not harm them, but definitely did. And well, commenting on this decision to implement this rule, drop this rule from EBT Tour from 26th season, is as EBF president said, that they are in hurry because the season will start soon. So they need to imply it right away, not waiting for USBC's decision. But either way, they made a decision to follow IBF and USBC rules. So if USBC decides something drastic on urethane use, it will automatically be implemented on EBT rulebook. So
Yeah, it would actually be funny if, well, after the survey of USBC, it seems like they are not planning to ban it anymore. But if hypothetically it would still happen, it would be kind of funny if EBF now reinstates all those balls, infamous balls, to the market, and now USBC ban it, and you kind of ban those balls again.
yeah, it's totally hypothetical. It may happen if USBC decides to cross out all urethane and high-performance urethane and urethane-like balls from USBC approved bowling ball list. If that happens, because that rule change in EBT Tour is, well, directly connected to this list, if they decide to drop it out, then during the EBT season, in the middle of it, you can have
Hey guys,
a
we are
situation,
again.
where
We are
you
again.
cannot throw it.
Yeah.
So you can start the season on tour throwing urethanes or urethane-like balls, and one morning you can find out that it's not allowed anymore.
Throw
and
it
you
out.
have-
It's done. So I don't know, how do you feel about this change? Because personally, I think that I will not really comment a lot about urethanes themselves. I think there has been plenty of talks if urethane is good. If it's not good, I feel that before in Europe as well, there were plenty of talks from the players. Some were happy with it, some were not. Of course, we have if you go to a tournament of Europe, I don't know, European Championships or whatever, you see where this thing leads, and it's all the same ball everywhere, and you kind of get where this, I don't know, I don't want to say hate, but this negativity is coming from, right? But at the other hand, you know, you are kind of making the competition more equal if everyone is throwing the same ball. But
some players cannot throw it.
Yeah, well, that's another issue. But I'm just thinking about the European Bowling Tour itself, and if it helps to bring back Brunswick tournaments, I think it's great. But for me, it's just a bit unfortunate to see this inconsistency throughout the years when it comes to European Bowling Tour, which is supposed to be some kind of alternative to PBA Tour that in US. But as years go by, it seems like we are just going down and down and down. For example, the calendar itself, I don't know if they updated it already, but up until, I don't know, a few weeks ago, it still was not updated. We didn't have the full list. The points, the tournaments are happening, but you don't see the correct standings
we have
because
to
nobody
count it
is. Yeah, you have to
ourselves.
count it yourself, and it just seemed like it's sort of it should be a big deal, but it's just somewhere in the corner. Nobody cares about it, and that's very unfortunate. And this kind of, you know, inconsistencies in rules and those changes.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that, you know, single tournaments brings more joy and excitement than a tour itself. So it's not that it's not funny anymore, actually, and it's really disappointing. Talking about those jumping back and forth with the rule changes, there was a nice comment from one Swedish very honorable bowler. He said one beautiful line that just sticked in my brain. He said that we moved so far ahead with urethane situation that anything that we do right now is 100% accurate or right thing to do, because either way, whatever path we choose right now, it's gonna be harmful for some of players or the bowling itself. So we have to somehow deal with it, but there's no one great solution for it. Heading back to what this rule change brings to the table, I think that you mentioned one of the key elements, that if it brings tour stops to the EBT tour again, it's a nice thing, because nobody in Europe wants a dying tour. Yeah. We need some alternative for PBA. Last year we had interview with the same EBF president, and we talked that EBT tour is a nice trampoline to players who wants to participate on PBA tour. On the other hand, if you think of it like a trampoline to PBA tour, you probably should move to rules that are applied on PBA tour as well. So making that direction in the opposite way, is it really, correlates with that mind? But maybe it changes every year. Maybe that's the thing. But I think that losing Ballmaster was a big disappointment for IBF representatives, and they needed some change.
Yeah, well, the initial rule probably backfired, and their thinking, I guess, was if we are not making this mandatory, then we are not harming any manufacturers or whatever. But it worked differently, and they decided to remove themselves from the competition at all, which is kind of understandable, because, well, if we have the biggest tournaments and you are creating a rule which is sort of targeted against our best selling ball, well, then see you later, we don't need you. And honestly, does it really hurt a tournament that much? It doesn't. I mean, what is being part of EBT brings to you right now? Maybe a few more entries, but
not necessarily. It brings you probably that mention in the tournament calendar on European Bowling Federation webpage, but does it bring any?
Well, we have a calendar ourselves.
It doesn't matter how many calendars we have. Like, when we live in social media age where news can be spread within a second, it doesn't matter what channels are you using, because that information spreads right away, and it doesn't matter are you on some kind of a web page or you don't. Especially with the Ballmaster, where every single bowler in Europe knows that tournament and knows when it's happening.
They don't really care about.
So they probably not even checking that page, because why to check when you know that it's happening on the first and second weekend on January. So it's fine. But one thing that EBF was getting hit to, that some players were mentioning that European Bowling Federation is not following International Bowling Federation rule book, because International Bowling Federation are following that USBC Approved Ball List. And now with urethane being optional throughout the tour season, is somehow not in correlation with International Bowling Federation rules. So as part of it, as a member, European Bowling Federation probably should follow those rules, and they hear out that criticism, and they decided to make that 78 hardness rule dropping from European Bowling Tour.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Interesting to see if those tournaments will actually come back. If we will see maybe other tournaments joining.
I believe so. I was talking with the European Bowling Federation president, Mr. Valgier, and he said that they've been in talks with. They are always
Well, of
in
course
talks with
they were.
Brunswick tournaments and Brunswick itself. It would be interesting otherwise if they haven't been in talks with them, but they did, and I believe that contact and communication were following all the year, what can be done in upcoming months and what's the best solution, because I believe that not only European Bowling Federation wants to somehow solve this problem, because it doesn't do any good for European Bowling Federation and its representatives, presidium, president itself, but also the bowlmaster and Brunswick as continuous supporter for European bowling. I don't believe that they want to make any bad decisions whatsoever for a tour. So
Yeah. Guys, let us know what you think about this whole change in the comments. Let's discuss. We saw after we published this news, we saw many different reactions. Some people were really supportive and happy that, yay, the ball is back. Other peoples were almost crying that this rule was removed. So let us know what you think. Let us know what will happen with European Bowling Tour. Is it going to thrive again or not?
one thing is for sure, bowl racks will be full of purple bowling balls. I didn't say the name of the ball.
When you said purple, it's clear.
You're not getting the
But
T-shirt.
But I think until now you should have guessed already. So if you didn't, then you lost. So until next time, let's see how it plays out. Let's watch Storm Lucky Larsen Masters. Next week we will bring you a recap of what happened, and we'll talk about our bold picks, if they came true or not. And we are still waiting for USBC's decision on urethane. So let's see how it goes. So see you next time, and keep on trying.